As we get into the later part of January, the Derby prep that has had a big influence so far on these newly turned 3-year-olds has been the Springboard Mile. Cole Battle, he came out of that race and he won the Smarty Jones. Speed King was second. And that horse right there, the gray son of Volatile, Speed King, he would go wire to wire yesterday and take the Southwest Stakes, and now he's won 2 of 3 starts lifetime. Here is the field that lined up in the Grade 3 Southwest. Bob Baffert, Juan Hernandez, they came into town with Gaming, who was the second place finisher in the FanDuel Breeders' Cup Juvenile. But off that big performance and nearly a track record performance at Churchill Downs, it was Patch Adams for Windstar Farm Company and Brad Cox who would go postward as your odds-on 4-5 favorite. In case you missed it, here's a recap of the Southwest.
The road to the 2025 Kentucky Derby certainly heating up.
It is Southwest Stakes Day, $1 million on the line. We're here with Speed King. This is a colt that you might be familiar with. He was a flashy winner at Churchill Downs, and he is going to be heading out to the course here. He's got some speed, he's got an outside draw, and he's got the right rider in the saddle, Rafael Bejarano, who has won this race 3 times in the past.
Last year, the winner of this race went on to win the Kentucky Derby. This year, they are trying to get into the gate of the Kentucky Derby by earning points.
We're ready to go. And they're off in the Southwest. Speed King on the lead today. He's trying to get over from the far outside post.
It wasn't my strategy to go to the lead. I thought at the time he's gonna take the lead, but when I see my horse, he run free run to the lead, so I just take the lead and try to take a hold as much as I can.
As they go towards the 4-turn run, the leader is Speed King on a hold. American Promise, though, he's turning up the pressure.
Rafael, do you think this horse stretches out to 1.25 miles?
Yes, I think so. I mean, the way he run today, he responded to me. He's giving me a nice turn of foot, but he still have a lot of horse left.
As they come to the top of the lane, Speed King, Rafael Bejarano putting away American Promise, and Speed King says, come and catch me if you can.
So it won't be surprised to me if he can go 1.25 miles, you know.
As they're moving after Speed King, 16th to go. He's 2 ahead. Sandman trying to dive after him, but it's going to be Speed King. Speed King all the way in a superb effort.
Speed King, an impressive performance for this 3-year-old colt.
This is his 4th Southwest win in the saddle. And now Rafael Bejarano is the winningest rider ever in the Southwest Stakes.
With that victory in the Southwest Stakes, Speed King earns 20 qualifying points to the Kentucky Derby. You look at his pedigree, he's by Volatile, who he was a sprinter, and he was incredibly fast, lightly raced son of Islands. He was 5 for 6, won the Vanderbilt. That was his big Grade 1 victory. So there will be distance questions as the distances get longer and longer on this road to the Kentucky Derby. But you mentioned, or we heard Rafael Bejarano mention, it wasn't his intent to go to the lead, despite that this horse has been on the lead in 2 lifetime starts. Okay, so why is that? Well, you knew Patch Adams was going to be very fast. You knew Gaming was going to be very fast. But you go back and you watch the film at the start, there might be 4, 5 different horses that completely made a mess of the break. So you go to plan B, you get out there on the front end, and he probably wouldn't envision he would have got a 1/4 flat, nearly a 48 flat half mile in there. So Speed King, some horses had some trouble early on, including Gaming, where he didn't break the sharpest, had to check underneath the wire the first time. He backed out of it. Patch Adams, you really couldn't find an excuse for him finishing off the board. But as I mentioned, there were some other speed horses that just weren't able to get to the front. Speed King did, and he made him pay in a wire-to-wire victory. So here is the updated leaderboard after the Southwest Stakes run on Saturday. Citizen Bull, he's our champion 2-year-old and Eclipse Award winner. He won the FanDuel Breeders' Cup Juvenile. He's on top with 40. Look for Citizen Bull in 6 days. He'll be making his 3-year-old debut in the Bob Lewis Stakes coming up on Saturday at Santa Anita. Speed King, now 25 qualifying points. Cole Battle right behind him with 20.